Hey y'all, it's Christy from Teadoddles. This is probably going to be my last Vlogmas. I probably won't do any more videos until after Christmas. It's just gotten busier than I expected, even though I've been off. Just had a lot of things going on, a lot of things to do, and that's okay. But I did want to finish up showing you how to stitch up these legs and the body, and how to attach them to the body so that if you wanted to finish up one for Christmas, you could do that. I have a fairly small needle here because I'm doing small stitches. This thread, this is a Metler thread. It's 100% mercerized cotton, and I just like it because it's really smooth and it's great for doing tiny stitches and things like that. So you can use really any thread you have, but this is just one that I really like for stuff like this. Plus I can use it on a variety of materials because it is so soft and it doesn't have a lot of threads coming off of it or fuzz coming off of it. So I've sewed up these three little legs. They're very skinny. This is the one that I did the 1/4 inch seam on. Okay, I still haven't done the other one, but it would work the same. So what I usually do to start this off, sometimes you get some loose threads from where you did your back stitching. I leave those until I've finished stitching it closed, and then I trim it off. But I'll take a pair of scissors or something like that and kind of poke stuff down in there. Most of my other ones didn't have a bit sticking up like that, but we'll handle that when we get to it. So I've tied a little knot at the end of my thread. And I'm going to go from this way, and I'm going to start up here a couple stitches back. If I can get it to go where I want it to. This little needle's hard to hang on to sometimes. You just need a fine needle. It doesn't have to be as short as this one. I just find the shorter one works better for smaller projects. Alright, so push that stuffing back down in there. So I went back this way to hide my knot. Let me make sure I'm up under this video. I'm going to take fairly short stitches. Not as short as my sewing stitches, but just fairly short stitches. Go from one side to the other, just underneath that little fold. This can take some maneuvering to get everything to stay down in there like you want it to. So you just got to kind of push it with your needle. Kind of hold it together fairly tightly. It helps hide that stitch better. I'm not real concerned if you don't see it. But you go across from where you first started, just like that. I'll pull that stitch out in a minute, that little piece of thread, but I'm just taking fairly short stitches. You can use a color that matches your thread if you're worried about it showing, but you can see some of my sewn stitches because I stuffed it. Like I said, that's one that wants to pop up like it's not supposed to. I have to redo that one. I think I got down into the loose thread. I'm going to put another stitch right there. And sometimes it's going to want to hang on your foot. Okay, just pull it up. Just like that. I'm going to tuck this stuff in. There we go. Just keep going back and forth like that. Don't remember what kind of stitch this is called, but this is what I use to close up things like this, big or small. I change the thread or the needle depending on what. Got a little lumpy lump going on right there because that was not folded over good. That's okay. Alright, so most of the time it hides all the stitches. You see I have all of this. It's from the thread hanging out from where I sewed it. And like I said, I just like to wait till I put all them stitches in to trim that off. Just like that. And now I'm going to make another little knot. I want to make it fairly close to like about a stitch length. Alright, thing. Do what I want you to do. Alright, so I get close and I'll hold it with my finger. Then I pull it like that. So that's a little more than a stitch length, but I could do a few more stitches and it'll be okay. Usually like for it to be a stitch length because then the knot catches right up under it. So I'm just going to do a couple more stitches. It'll usually pull through. Just have to give it a tug, but not like a okay thing. See, I did 3 of these. They worked out fine. They went right through. This one's, there we go. All right, so that one came all the way through because it was, the knot's too far away. But I'll do another one and I'll go way out the end like this. And just pull it till it snaps. There we go. And just trim it off. And that should be all you need. I think my other ones maybe look a little better. See? That sews your little hole up real quick. And I'm going to sew up this one. And then I'll be right back to show you how to sew the legs to here. If you want a button on it, you can. I didn't put a button on this one. The one on my blog post, I did put a button. And it's just, you do the same stitch. You just put a little button. And it can be cuter. So give me just a minute and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've got everything, all the holes stitched up, and now it's time to sew the legs. I have switched to a heavy duty, it doesn't have to be this one. This is actually a jean thread, but you just want a heavy duty, thicker thread for this because it's going to be moving, so it doesn't fray as easily. And I have a much larger needle to be able to pierce through all the layers that I need to pierce through. Got me a knot started in it. So we're going to have 2 on each side. But I'll do the front legs first, then the back legs. So I'm going to start by going through the back of this. So you want to make sure your leg is facing the right way. Go through the back. This is to hide the knot. And I've left me a little bit because I'm going to have a little stitch. It's going to look, you can kind of see that stitch still in that one, like that. Pull it through. Place it on here. Go over probably about a 1/4 inch. It might not even be a 1/4 inch. And go through all the way to the back side. All the way through the body. What you want to kind of do is look at it this way and see if it's fairly straight and it didn't get like in some weird off position. And just stitch that. Got your little stitch. Now we need to put the other one on. There we go. Just line it up. Come through about the same place on the other side. Pull it all the way through. The reason we're doing it this way is so that the leg has movement. I could just stitch it down, but stitching it all the way through like that will make the leg, you'll be able to move the leg, which is more fun, right? So I'm just kind of eyeballing, seeing if these are even as they can be. Don't be too picky about it. We're going to go back through, make this other stitch. This one's a little trickier because you're going to try to align it with this other side, just like that. May take a bit of a finagling to do, but that's what we're going to do. I'll pull them all the way through. And we're actually going to pull that fairly tight. You can see they move. This is still too loose though. So we're going to go through one more time. Ooh, get back up there. Just right over where we went before. And right through, lining with that stitch on the back. Just like that. So pull that snug. Snug, snug, snug. Just pull it as snug as you can get it. Then we're going to go back through again. Alright, see, that's still not snug. You see how my thread's a little loose here? Looks like it's just one of the threads. So I've got to grab and see which one it is. There's that one through. I was not wanting to pull through, but it should be okay. Alright, I'm going to go back through. One more time. If I can get this to, okay. Is this tight enough? Okay. So you basically want to go over stitch twice. So when I go over this one, I'm going to come out the back of this leg. Not right there. I'm going to get in that and bend this back and come out the back side of it like this. Oh, don't do that. Like that. And then I can tie it off so that the stitch, the tile still remains behind it. Tug like that. Trim it up. And if you use a button, it's better to use a 2-hole button. You can use a 4-hole button, but you're not going to be able to go but through 2 holes because you just want that one stitch. That makes it move because you've got that thread pulled between the 2. And it can move just like that. It makes it easier to pose him. Let's go ahead and do the other one. Let me get a knot in the end. I only really need to wrap around once. You know, I seriously need to do something with these fingernails. They're looking rough. But can't even hold on to my scissors. There we go. Alright. Alright, now we're going to do the other 2. I'm going to put the first one on, just make sure it's facing the right way so we can go from the back. Right, like that. Ooh, our thread's shorter. Alright, so I'm going to go about right there. Now, I didn't put alignments for these legs, but it's pretty easy to eyeball. I feel it is, but I could be wrong. It's a free pattern, so. Something I made up for my son a long time ago. So, all right, there we go. Time for the next one. Same thing. I'm going to get it right about there in that little fat part of the thigh. Try to make sure they're fairly even. Make our little stitch. Put our needle through to the other side so we can get aligned with that stitch. Like I said, sometimes it takes a little bit of finagling. There we go. So that's one time on both sides. Remember I said you need to go over twice. This just makes it a little stronger. Holds up a little better. You could do 3. It could make it a little too stiff, but if you feel more secure with it, like I said, my son pulled off his little legs. Of course, he was older, and there's no telling what happened there. You know, boys can be rough. All right, there we go. And now I just want to go over this one more time, but I'm not going all the way through. Threads everywhere. There we go. Just like that, so that my knot is on the back. Don't need your tail in there. So it off on the back. Trim it up. Now we got us a little dinosaur, a little walking dinosaur. You know what could be fun is if I made extra pieces to somehow make the head move and the tail move. Yeah, maybe I'll work on that. Maybe I'll work on some more patterns like this. I think they're fun. See? Now we got little bendy legs. Legs that move. And what's great about them is they don't move at the same time. You can move them separately if you want to. Make him look like he's walking. There we go. There's our little finished dinosaur. You can add a face or whatever you wanted to. I just like the simplicity of this and the fact that it has moving legs. I think that's cool. I may work on some more patterns for different dinosaurs. We'll see. But that is my little tutorial. And I figured I would show y'all right quick some other things I got from my advent calendar, my Arteza advent calendar. Trying to remember. I think these two color paints are new for the big one, for the 24-day one. Vermilion red and pearl electric blue. Very bright colors compared to the other ones, really. I also got a metallic, dual tip metallic marker. So it's finer on one end and oh, it's even finer on the other end. So this is the fine tip and the other end was a blunt tip. So I got that. There was something else. I can think about it for a second. What else did I get with this? Oh, I got another round mini canvas. I think that was all the ones y'all missed. And for the smaller one, the 12-day, I got another set of paintbrushes. These are the same ones I got in the big one. But I got this, which is really cool. This is an Everblend art marker. And it has the fine tip on one end and the chisel tip or broad tip on the other end. And this is in the color burgundy. And then I also got another mini circle canvas. I still like these. I think they're cool. And then in one of the things I got this. This is modeling paste and a little scraper for it. So that's really cool. This is a full little tube of modeling paste, and I got the scraper, and that was in one of the big ones in the middle. So that was pretty cool. So that's what I've gotten. I've got a few more days on that, and I'll show y'all at the end. And like I said, I probably won't do another video until after Christmas. I hope everybody has a wonderful Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever you celebrate. And Happy New Year to everyone. Well, I'll see y'all again before the New Year. But I've got some things I got to finish for Christmas, so I got to be working on that. So I will see y'all after Christmas, and I hope it's a wonderful one for everyone. And I've got some great things coming up next week to talk about, so I'm excited for the new year. So I will see y'all then. Hope have a great day. Bye.